Should Tony Soprano have denied Davy Scatino a spot in the big poker game? Yes, guys, Fog Entertainment back with another video here on the Sopranos soon. We'll be moving on to D-Girl. We'll probably watch that tonight, and a review of that episode will be up on the channel shortly. But of course, we're introduced to Robert Patrick's character, David Scatino, in episode 6 of season 2, The Happy Wanderer. We don't really know initially, but turns out he's a wee bit of a big time gambler. He's a gambler. He's a big addicted gambler. He's got a gambling addiction. And to be fair to Tony, right? Tony doesn't know this straight away. He just knows Davy likes a wee game of poker. And when him and Davy are talking outside the high stakes game, he isn't aware that the fact that Davy owes Richie $8,000. So we can't really factor that in, because what Tony doesn't know can't hurt him, or can it hurt him? Get it? This kind of does hurt him. But of course, us as the audience, we know that this guy seems like he's skint. He owes Richie money. He's been told not to go to a poker game, which of course Tony does not know. He's completely oblivious to that, which is fair enough. But we have the poker game, right? And basically, Davy wants in. Davy sees him at this hotel. Christopher's like, "Who the fuck are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm Davy Scatino. I'm Tony's buddy, fam." So Tony comes out. He gets into a bit of conversation with Davy. Tony does warn him about 4 or 5 times about, "Nah, Davy, this game's not for you. I don't want to see you get hurt," etc., etc. He's like, even to get a seat at the table, you have to put $5,000 in, which of course is absolutely, that's big bucks just to sit at a fucking table. $5,000, that's more than most people would be comfortable with. Just to sit at a fucking table, man. You'd go buy your own table with the amount of money that's on offer here. So I think Tony actually did enough here, because you gotta do the math. Tony is in charge of the Soprano crew. He can act pally with Davy Scatino, right? But we've only been introduced to this guy's episode, right? And he's like, I went to school with him, blah, blah, blah. But see, at the end of the day, Tony did more than I thought he would do in this scene by trying to talk the guy out of this game. At the end of the day, if this guy ends up owing Tony money, or giving Tony more money just due to the fact that he's going to spend a lot of money on this poker game, who the fuck's Tony to actually tell this guy not to? I actually think he went above and beyond not to have Davy at this thing. And I think I've seen on Reddit and comments on the videos and stuff that like Tony maybe should have did more, but realistically, what the fuck could he do? Like, it's not like this is his son, or even if it was like Christopher or something, like, but it's just Davy Scatino, who's got no connection to the mob or the Sopranos or New York or any of that malarkey combined. So in my opinion, Tony did all he could. He said to him about 4 or 5 times, "Here, Davy, this game ain't for you." Davy didn't listen, and now he owes $8,000 to Richie and $40,000 to Tony Soprano. And you know what? Tony roughed him up a wee bit in his shop, but he could have done a lot more. So I think Davy Scatino actually got off the hook. He got off quite lightly. But anyway, guys, it won't be the last time we see Davy Scatino. I think we'll see him 2 more times this season, and that is it. He appears in the season 2 finale, but looking forward to seeing Davy Scatino back. But guess what? Tony, absolutely. I mean, he should have denied him access to the game, like, because obviously, well, for David's sake. But at the same time, for Tony, he knows at the end of the day, worst comes worst, this guy's going to owe us money or give us money, and then we can probably use his business, which is exactly what Tony does. So until next time, troops, that is Fog Entertainment signing out. Hit the big red button, hit the big blue thumbs, and all that good stuff. But until next time, peace. Holla holla. We them boys.